Welcome to Girl Talk. We're filming today at America's Best Flowers in Edgerton. Did not know they had an Edgerton location.
It's so cute.
Living and learning and loving. It's really a cute little place, and their specialty is delivering flowers. I think that's, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, look at these arrangements. We're surrounded by some beautiful flowers, but look at this. I love how beautiful this
Yeah.
is.
So
and you know,
pretty.
there's a lot of reasons to give flowers, but my favorite is no reason at all.
So if you
Isn't
want to
that
give
the
flowers,
best?
yeah.
Isn't that the best
She likes
though, when you
calla lilies.
receive flowers and there's no particular reason other
Yeah.
than somebody was thinking about you and you'd appreciate them? I don't think it gets better than that.
And buying flowers for yourself is okay too. Sometimes it's just nice to perk up your own day. So.
Totally.
That's often what it comes down to.
Right.
Meaningful look. No.
No pressure. Well, I'm excited about today's show. We got lots of good things coming up on the show, and one of which is the way in which we arrived, which was in style, wouldn't you say?
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Seeing this hospitality group let us take a little limo.
Yeah, took a little
perfect.
trip, a little trippy poo.
It was an upgrade from my Jeep, so.
We had fun though, chatting in the limo. And I have to say, Janet, of course, I shouldn't be surprised, but was poking at all the little buttons,
What
wondering
does this do? What does this do?
So,
They begged to
Full
be.
experience
That's
in your
right.
moment. Yes,
You
you
bet.
experience the whole thing.
so that was fun.
And we are going to learn what Zenith has to offer. They have a lot more than just limousines, so I think that's kind of neat. From limos to jets to the whole schmear.
When do we get a ride in the jet? When is that?
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
running
next
right?
week we'll arrive in
Stay
the jet.
tuned.
Yeah. We'll have to film further away than Edgerton, though. That's okay. I'll do that.
We're also going to meet with a business coach. You've heard of life coaches, and this guy is a business coach. So if you have a business, a small business, you're thinking of starting a business, I think you're going to want to listen to this guy. He's got a business boot camp coming up that we're going to learn about, and I think he's going to be really helpful. Got a good
Right.
checklist and makes it seem doable.
There's so many things to do when you start a business. Oh my gosh.
The list goes on, and you learn things as you go. So really, you can check things off, and then it grows, and then you just keep going.
Right.
So.
I'm
Less
dying to
stress.
know. Have any of you had businesses like when you were a little kid, like the lemonade stand, or you're all
Lots of
nodding.
lemonade stands.
Lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Definitely.
My lemonade stand sold mostly cookies.
That's
a little
because you like
lemon.
cookies more than
Smart.
lemonade, so you were eating the cookies.
I know what a hot cellar was in my neighborhood. Victoria Drive was a big cookie neighborhood, let me tell you.
That's where it comes from then, okay.
That's right.
So were you really there, like on the street at the curb with the sign and the whole?
You got it.
Emily, you were nodding. What did you do?
I did lemonade stands too, and then where my grandmother lived was out in the country, so we would be able to go pick wild raspberries, and so we would collect the raspberries and on the way to the stand, eat the raspberries and then sell whatever was left.
What was
which was
left.
usually
Smart.
not much. I was pretty little, so I was eating a lot of
And
raspberries.
you made all the good ones probably and sold the leftovers.
yeah, like the
Right.
little ones that weren't quite developed yet. Yeah, those were the ones.
I know Miss Business Brain here had something going.
I did lemonade stands with my brother a lot. We also would make those bracelets, you know, with I guess string that you would loop around each other, and then you would have, you know, like a block of red, a block of orange, a block of blue. We would take requests and then we would sell those at school until we got in trouble.
Why did you get in trouble? Because you were supposed to give them away
Can
to
you
your
believe
friends?
I think
that
so.
this sweet innocent face was ever in trouble?
Not so
That's hard to
innocent.
believe.
But lemonade stands are so cute. I can't help but stop when you see them on the street.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's fun
faces.
to have my kids have done that too, and they really like it.
I
It's
just
fun to
wish
carry
those
on that
kids would
tradition.
take credit cards, you know?
Right?
They don't always have cash.
You got a
You
chip
could
reader?
get the little square thing.
Right.
Got a chip reader.
Step it up.
How about you, Janet?
The only thing I can remember is I always cut grass. I was never the babysitter. I was always the grass cutter, which made it tough because my sister was the babysitter, and people would call, and if she couldn't do the job, they'd say, "Well, what about your sister Janet?" Oh no, she cuts grass.
That's
That
hilarious.
explains your green thumb.
Maybe so.
Well, I think this is a fabulous segue to our next guest. I started a business as an adult, and I can tell you from experience, a lot of people don't do it because they don't know how much there is to do or just even where to get started. That was a big hurdle to overcome. So if I would have had James Kateman when I started my business, I think things would have gone a lot more smoothly. So
Right.
We're going to learn about that next, about his business boot camp that's coming up right after the break.
welcome back to Girl Talk. If you are just joining us, we took a little road trip to Edgerton, and we're having a lovely time here at America's Best Flowers at their Edgerton location. We're going to catch up with those folks later in the show, and we look forward to it.
right now we are going to give you a little spotlight on a wonderful book that we recommend. This is Ashley Marsai, who's written Love, Life, and the Spirit Within, and we're so pleased to have you today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So what a wonderful opportunity to talk to you about this book. And let's first start, before we share what it's really about, what was the inspiration behind this?
Well, honestly, the inspiration was my mom. She was an amazing woman that did so much with her life. She inspired me to just kind of go for my dreams, go for the goals. And her motivation of succeeding, every goal she went after, she achieved. Building a limousine business, Rolls-Royce weddings, real estate company in Chicago, just always successful. So she said, go after your dreams and do it. So I have. And what's really interesting about my mom is she told me to write this book after she passed. So that's really like, whoa, how did that happen?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
we need to know what it's about then.
Well, the book is about healing grief after losing a loved one and afterlife communication. If we love somebody and they love them back, there's a connection there, and there's a way to communicate after they're gone. Through meditation, there's so many ways, but there's so many things that happened right away in my grief and me I wasn't able to cope with losing my mom, my best friend, my idol, my coach. So the book's really just that, the foundation of healing grief with meditation and having a positive attitude about what is possible.
Right.
Because you still love them, just because they're not here with us doesn't mean that goes away.
Wow.
That's right, that love never dies.
No, it doesn't.
I started reading your book last night, Ashley, and you start out with chronicles of, I guess, her diagnosis and her illness, but you also gave some flavor of her personality. And I remember you writing that she loved to say vivacious and bubbly.
Very much so. Very much so. She
And is
was
that the
just-
way she was?
See, I'm energetic, but her energy was like at a whole nother level. She was just and crazy. She loved jewelry. She was a model when she was younger, so there was so much excitement about her all the time. So her energy was very high all the time. She was always made up, makeup and beautiful clothes like you girls here. You just it was wonderful just to be around her and experience time with her.
Boy, she sounds like she just had it all going on.
She-
Ambitious and
Well, she had
beautiful.
that attitude, hon, which is hard to teach.
Yeah.
There's a goal, I'm going to get it. At all costs, I'm going to get it. And that's kind of exciting. And very few people have that drive,
Right.
And to have that for a mom, too.
Oh, exactly. It was very cool.
Well, it sounds like you obviously looked up to your mother, and I think a lot of folks can relate to that mother-daughter bond and relationship. And to your point of even after they pass, there's still that connection. So there's a lot of things that I'm sure viewers at home can relate to. I want to make sure we get in. We've got about a minute left, so let's share with folks where they can get your book.
Okay, well, you can please go to our website, lovelifeandthespiritwithin.com, and you can purchase it there, or you can purchase it at Amazon.com. And there's also a Kindle version. It's on Barnes & Noble, and anywhere you can buy a book, it's there. But if you get it on our website, lovelifeandthespiritwithin.com, we'll give you an autographed copy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And you guys have some other things on your website as well?
Oh, absolutely. All about afterlife communication, meditation techniques, crystals for healing, and just crystals are pretty,
Yeah.
so we'll learn lots of them because they're fun to be with. Just positive things, automatic writing, channeling, anything to do with connecting to spirit, or in other words, connecting with your past loved ones. That's kind of the subject of the website.
Ashley, are there plans for a second book?
Actually, there is. A lot has happened since writing the book earlier this year. Lots of people, doctors, hospice nurses. I've interviewed so many people for their opinions on what happens after we pass. Tons of information I've gotten, so maybe even a third book might be in the works. I have a lot of information.
Ambitious, just
Oh, yes.
Yes, setting your sights
that's
out
wonderful.
for future accomplishments. I love that you said anything she set out to do, she accomplished.
Yes, she did.
Wouldn't that be a great thing to go for? Well, obviously you've accomplished a lot. Again, this is Ashley Marsai, who has written Love, Life, and the Spirit Within. Highly recommended. We've got more Girl Talk coming up after the break, so please stay with us.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here today at America's Best Flowers in Edgerton. We're having fun. We've never been here before. This is the first time.
Yes, it's a lovely
so cute.
spot.
Yeah, it's an adorable shop. Be sure to come check it out, and we're going to chat with them a little bit later. But first, we've got to talk about how we arrived in style today, thanks to Zenith Hospitality Group.
That's why we're having so much fun.
Right? Like, come on, yeah. This is Eric Salzwedel, and he's with Zenith Hospitality Group. Thanks so much, number one, for the limo, number two, for being here today. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about Zenith Hospitality Group for those who may not be familiar.
Sure, Zenith Hospitality Group is all about experiencing the height of luxury, right? And so that could be transportation from limo, as people need limo needs for many occasions throughout
Right.
the year. It could also be travel. So if someone wanted to travel to different locations, or hey, I want to be on the beach right now. Also,
Yes.
right? But some also may not even think about like the opportunity for valet service for events
Okay.
or for different things that they may have going on. But also it could be event planning or wedding planning. And really, Zenith Hospitality Group is all about being able to take care of anything event related and being able to take off that stress that sometimes comes
Right.
as well. Yeah.
Well, you want to be able to enjoy the event that you're attending and not be worried about every little detail.
Exactly. Exactly.
Eric, I think we've chatted before, and what I always think of when I think of Zenith is how you can make a special event even more special. And I think more and more these days, people are looking to make even just your ordinary events a little more special. So what about like a girls' night out? Is that something Zenith could help with, and how?
Exactly, right? And of course, a girls' night out to different women is different, right? And so it's like that could be like, hey, I just want to go out. I just want to have that safe transportation and go out for some drinks with my girls. Or hey, actually, I would love to go to Punta Cana with a lot of my girls and be on the beach, right?
Yes.
Whatever that may be, small, large, we can help out, whether it's transportation needs or, sometimes it might just be putting on an event at finding a venue, right? And then putting it on. But they also might be like, hey, we need some food, we need decorations, whatever the case may be, instead of like trying to worry and trying to do all the planning and figuring out themselves, we can assist with that.
Yeah.
And there are many too as well that are like, hey, I have these ideas, this is kind of the direction I want to go, but I'd love some assistance or being able to find other vendors that can kind of fulfill my needs for the type of event that I might be putting on for my girls, right?
Very interesting. That's more than just a limo ride.
Oh,
So much
exactly.
more.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Janet got the idea for girls' night out, riding around in that limo with the girls this morning.
Why not?
Yeah, so lots of fun. But you said Punta Cana, so now I'm thinking vacation. I think your brain is on vacation.
He said
too,
beach.
Yeah, that's right. So obviously some of our summer vacations might be over, but now's a great time to plan for some of those winter vacations when the snow falls. You can help with that too, can't you?
Exactly, and I think it's always in the back of everyone's mind of at some point within the year, like I want to get away, and it might be for a weekend, it might be for a whole week, right? Or even longer. And that could be as far as going to a tropical island, or it could be going maybe somewhere over in Europe, right? And so wherever the case may be, if someone just even has some ideas or some thoughts, like, hey, I would love to go this time of year, these are the couple different places. Or you might be kind of interested in one place of the world and another at the same time, but I want to look at sometime the different options.
Right.
We can help find that out for you, and so.
Or like Ellen, who just knows she wants to go to the beach, but you
Anywhere.
can maybe make some great suggestions about where and prices and amenities and things like that.
Exactly. So we can take care of everything from your airfare to your travel to the resort, whatever the case may be. We can help take care of that. I mean, we've been able to get trips for a whole week and all-inclusive, including airfare, as low as around $2,000, depending upon where you want to go and what time you want to go as well.
Absolutely. Well, I'm in.
I'm in too. And you are always giving us the hookups. Do you guys have any deals or offers for our Girl Talk viewers?
I tell you what, for anyone that's tuning in right now, and I know our contact information is on the bottom here,
Yeah.
but if anyone calls in, they have to talk to me, so they can't leave a message, so they have to ask for Eric.
Okay.
And whoever calls in and talks to me first is going to get a free complimentary 3-hour limo ride from us.
Whoa, that's a great deal.
And there's
Free
room.
limo ride.
Yeah, and room for your favorite Girl Talk hosts too.
All right.
Forget
You heard
it.
it here first. Give Eric a call. You want to be the first one. Zenith Hospitality Group, thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this. Welcome back to Girl Talk. As you know, today we are filming at America's Best Flowers in Edgerton. Just a quick drive from the Madison area. It's not too far out here. And we have Spike with us today. Thank you so much for having us,
Thanks
number
for coming
one.
down and seeing us. We
Oh my
appreciate
gosh,
it.
you guys have such a beautiful location out here for folks maybe who haven't been here before, but for folks who do live here, you're kind of famous from
Yeah.
what I hear around town. So we're super excited to be here and to have you with us today. But this is kind of your satellite kind of floral location, is that right?
Yeah, floral. We have a big greenhouse too, but
Okay.
floral is about half of our business here at this
Wonderful.
location. So.
Okay, so what if somebody's watching this thinking they want to order flowers, maybe that person is out of state or out of the country? Can you do that?
Yep, you can come right to
Really?
us. We have 2 wire services that we use, Teleflora, which is a national one, and Flower Shop Network, which is national but a little smaller.
Wow.
But you can come to us and we can send flowers anywhere in the world.
Oh,
There's
wonderful.
obviously a little bit of a fee depending on where it's going, but
Sure.
yeah, so if you have a trusted florist like that, it's nice to be able to come in, talk to them, and they can handle all
Right.
the legwork for you. So
That's wonderful. I didn't even know you could do that.
Absolutely, that's so helpful. You
Yeah.
don't need too much help getting flowers where you need to get them. Just call Spike and he'll take care of you.
that's
Or
right.
if you go online, what happens there? Can we use that too?
Yep, absolutely. We have a website that you can order from. I always do kind of recommend, there's a lot of different flower ordering places online. And you got to be a little bit careful because a lot of them aren't actually florists.
Okay.
They're what we call order takers. And they end up sending, what they do is they take the order, they send it to an actual florist. And the more you can deal with the florist who's actually going to handle the order, the more money you're going to save because these order takers, basically, they're taking the order, taking some of your money, and then passing it off to somebody else who actually fills the order. So you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck if you order from the website of the florist that's actually handling your
Right.
order.
Go right to the source.
Go right to the
Right,
source.
Absolutely. Cut out the
Absolutely.
middleman.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Perfect.
know there's horror stories before. I know people who have received flowers before. Maybe they went to, a big website or something, and the flowers were actually dead
Yeah.
in a box, and that doesn't send the message that you want.
Right,
Wrong
right.
message.
The wrong message.
So yeah, it is nice to have those local folks that you know and you can trust, and they're going to take care of you.
And get more begonia for your buck.
Exactly.
All right, well, I did look at your website, and I think a lot of websites are, this is sort of your spring arrangement, or this is your get well arrangement, blah, blah, blah. You have suggestions of arrangements. What if you have a particular flower in mind? So question 1, can you specify, I really just want an arrangement that looks like this, and I don't see it on your website. And the
Yeah.
other is, can you have it done the same day? Everybody wants it now.
Yeah, if you're going to be really specific about it, you're almost better off calling and talking with our florist direct because our inventory is constantly changing. Could be, we could have all kinds of stuff in the morning and by the end of the day we're out, or vice versa, we might have a shipment of new stuff come in. So if you're really specific about something, you might want to give us a couple of days because we can get just about anything, but sometimes we have to order it. It's not always in the store. So if you want something like a calla lily, you want a whole bunch of calla lilies, if you can give us a few days head notice, no problem, we can get it taken care of, but it's not always something that we stock all the time. There's general things we always have. And even if you see something on our website and you go, I really like that style, but I'd like a little different color, absolutely we can do that. So,
Wonderful. And I would accept calla lilies, thank you.
So with that in mind, do you guys buy any of the flowers around here locally?
we do.
Okay.
There's a company out of Mount Horeb, Fairfield
Oh,
Flowers.
nice.
It's a co-op of perennial growers.
Cool.
And they come around every Monday and we buy a lot of flowers from them, basically what's available, current. As you'd see growing in your garden right now, we can get. So we've got a couple other suppliers that we get, so we can get stuff from all over the world. So
Oh, that's wonderful. So if you do want something local or you want something maybe more rare from somewhere else.
yeah, there's certain things that you just can't get locally. Roses and things like that, you just can't really source locally.
Well, it is Wisconsin, right?
Yep.
You only get a couple months of the warmth. Makes sense.
I like that you spoke about calla lilies because that was my flower in my wedding. So I wanted to bring up weddings. Do you do weddings?
We do weddings, yep. Both of our locations, we do a lot of weddings. We do a lot of consultations. Our consultations are free. Call us, come in, you can speak with our florist. We have all kinds of different pictures of different things we've done, so we can go through. Like I say, give us colors you're looking for. We can match just about anything you're looking for. So.
Great. Takes the stress off of the bride.
Yeah,
then.
and we're getting a lot recently different anniversaries, and they'll say these are the flowers that I had in the wedding. Can you kind of match
sweet.
that for 50th or 25th wedding anniversary, things like that. So
That's so smart.
At the
yes.
other end of the spectrum, Dennis, funerals. Do you do funerals? And talk about, you were telling me a little bit before we started that there's actually a little bit more to it if you want to get flowers for a funeral.
yeah, we do funerals, and again, we have our own portfolio of different things we do. We do a lot of kind of custom pieces. you know, if somebody was a farmer or something, we can actually we'll work corn or a tractor right into the pieces, kind of try to make them real personal. And one thing to remember if you're ordering funeral flowers, let's say the visitation is like 4 o'clock at night. The family is generally going to be there about 3 o'clock. So the funeral director likes everything about 2 o'clock, flower-wise, because then they can set up, have everything there, and then when the family gets there, they have their piece, they're there with their loved one, and they're not having people come in, rushing with flowers and stuff. So if you can give their florist just a little bit of time, rather than being last minute, it really helps the florist, it helps the family too. So
I have to say that's something I hadn't really thought about.
That's such a good point, though, because you know you are making a gesture to the family, and the last thing you want to do is to make people feel more stressed,
Right.
because that's the opposite effect that you want to have.
exactly. Yeah.
So, do you have any favorite flowers or arrangements here?
I don't know. I think we've got some of the best florists around. Our girls
Yeah.
do some just phenomenal work. I'm always surprised at just, you know, whenever I'm delivering funerals, some of the stuff I'm taking out is just, like, geez, these people are very lucky. You know, I'm really lucky to have them here. So
It's got to be an amazing place to work, just to be surrounded by so many beautiful things all the time.
yep, you know, funerals are tough, but you know, we're helping people express their gratitude, and you know, I get to deliver flowers a lot, and I take things to people, and you get to see the smile on their face, and that's really nice.
You get to be
Very
the hero.
rewarding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for having us here today. It's
Yeah,
been
thank you for
beautiful.
coming out.
We certainly appreciate it. And thank you to all of our guests, and thank you for watching today. You can find us next time on Girl Talk, only on Wisconsin's 57.